And welcome back. It's Kotow doing a little bit of a midweek stream here, checking out some of the live events on the test server. Kind of catching in the middle of a round here for Pry Ford. Probably not going to do too much streaming this week, too many events due to the holiday. So I hope you all enjoy the 4th and the Canada Day for the Canadians. But yeah, I figured I'd jump on. I got a little bit of time tonight, so watch a little bit, play a little bit. Let's see. We can take a look. See, we're kind of already halfway through Pry Ford here. This again is the main in-game server, so I have muted everything. And that's there's no mods at all, so that's why text is off and voice chat for both teams is off. So we won't hear any banter, but I think we'll be all right. So, by the way, I am in the pub officers Discord. If any of the pub officers want to jump in and talk about any of the maps for the update that was just released with the 350-man server. Although we are on the 400 test server right now, so let's see. We got about 350 anyway, so that's about the size. Let's see, 177 versus 174. And Killer is always first. What's going on, man? How come you ain't sleeping, man? How come you ain't asleep, Killer? Go to bed. This man never sleeps. By the way, I really like the, yeah, I think if you saw the video, I thought you guys did a real good job, you and GameBot, on that Pry Grist Mill the other day with those flanks around to the Union right. So, real good job on that. I'm sure it was all GameBot, you kind of just were there, so, you know, still. So, let's see, on the Union team, we got Agent, let's see, we've got Brit, and we've got Nightbreeze. Let's see, on the CSA team, let's see, we've got Lieutenant Smokey from MB, Arthur Salem, Napoleon from 5th Corps, and Viceroy from 12VA. You know, it's, you know, if they're expecting it, why don't they do anything about it? You know, that's a good point. I didn't see them, you know, you did it several times, and they never really reacted to it. They kind of just stayed in that kill box, so, you know, what's that, you know, attributed quote to Napoleon, you know, never interrupt an enemy while he's making mistakes? Well, he's making a mistake, you know, hey, you're gonna keep doing it, they're not gonna, you know, change it, fuck it. Good to go. Right now on this Pry Ford, you can kind of see that the CSA has been forced. No, they did. They had, like, Zeo Panama was the only one I saw that really tried it in earnest. Sometimes 2 USC would go over there, but it was never enough. But again, you know, they're just wasting fire going into that, you know, into that embankment and just getting stuff. So, yeah, they had manpower. They just didn't use it. But anyway, for this map, so you can see the Union has now cut off the CSA from their spawn here, and they're all trapped on this side of the field. Which is a pretty big problem, in my opinion, here. Now the Union can kind of just hang out here and shoot them at their leisure. And once they're down to breaking, just cap point, and the CSA is going to have to charge them. So I'm kind of surprised the CSA is sitting on this side here. They are getting decent shots, but I don't know about this. We'll see how it works out. Maybe they're hoping the Arty can do something. I don't think I saw any A and B guys in here. I'll keep an eye out, though, Killer, see if I see anybody. Got MB's move. Okay, now they're doing a bit of an attack here. Which, again, this is the weaker side right now, so it's not a horrible idea. No, I don't see you guys on too much, which, it's you know, Bubs is not for everyone. You guys do enough damn events anyway, so I think you're, what, 6 events throughout the week? Not counting drills and other stuff? So, you guys got plenty of opportunities to play. So what is it? Friday, Sunday, NA? You doing UEC both days? on Friday, Saturday, and then HRE Sunday. Okay, so 8 events if I can count drill. Yeah, so you guys are... You guys have some... you guys got coverage. I always hate when I see this cab just sitting out here. It's his own little thing, you know, popping off shots at nothing. They go, oh, I'm cab, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Okay. It's technique, I suppose. I used to tell my lieutenants every time they did something I thought it was stupid. Yeah, that's a technique. A&V knows. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Definitely looking forward to it. Had some good, had some good fights this weekend too. I really enjoyed the UEC, that camp map. But that one was a lot of fun to watch. I don't know how it was to play, but hey, man, you know. CSA kind of getting caught out here. Hey, man. Hey, back shots, man. Hey, I'm telling you. I'm not sure if I coined it. I'm pretty sure it came from Killer said it one time, and I took it from Killer. I'm pretty sure I wasn't the one that came up with it. There we go. They're on breaking now. And they're still charging forward. That's, again, a technique. Yeah, the YouTube grind, man. I tell you, it's a grind, man. Hey, man, take it over, man. You know, gotta keep it interesting. I mean, this is a pretty standard Pry Ford. There's not too much really to sink my teeth into anyway, so. You know, and I did tell, I don't know if I told the HRE guys, but if there's ever a time you guys want to talk, like a specific map, after with either your guys or, you know, as an event, just let me know, and we could do like a, you know, I guess I'm stealing a bit from how BLN does it, but kind of do like an after action and just, you know, I'll have the map up, you know, the event up, and we'll just talk through stuff you guys want to talk through. If you guys ever want to do something like that. See, half the time I end up doing that anyway with certain people, so it's like if you guys ever want to do something like that. Yeah, like I said, if there's just a map that you guys are like, man, that was cool, I want to go over that, you know, or talk about it, and, you know, especially with the opposition, you know, so let me know and we'll set one up. I don't want to, like, force it if it's like, oh, I like this map, and the guy's like, man, that map was stupid, I don't feel like talking about it. My Furyk, I thought I saw you in the pub. I thought I saw you in here. Weren't you in here not too long ago? Told me A&V doesn't do pubs. I thought I saw you sneak in here somewhere. Maybe I was wrong. Different life, Furyk. Ah, see, I knew it. I knew I saw you in there. How many units are in A&V now? So what, it's 24 Georgia, 10th Alabama, 6 Alabama. Who else is with you guys? Who else is it now? No, I'm forgetting a couple people. Speaking of 24th, man, fucking Exorf on that Hills counterattack. 1st Alabama, that's who I'm forgetting. Yeah, we just gotta get the 24 Georgia to change their name. Oh, okay, so 24th is so 1st Alabama Cav, and 6th and 10th Infantry, and 24th is just. But yeah, man, I don't know if you saw that the Hills counterattack, man, but they nailed some shots on that fence on Hills counterattack, and just murked some people, man. It was fucking bloody, blowing that fence all to hell. It was Exorf and Bush. I forget who else was on that gun. So how you guys liking the UEC so far? I know there's been some grumblings about it recently, especially the adopting the HRE rules for contention. Oh yeah, HRE was definitely wild this weekend. That was one of my favorite HREs in a while. Really? Interesting. Okay. You don't find it makes it a little bit too one-sided on contention? The no sprinting? The no Bayos? I don't find it a problem for conquest, but the contention kind of throws me. Anyway, so looks like we had a pretty big dip in the server, so we're down to 304. See leadership on the US, we got Jackson. Oh, Senor Daz from CB. And Night Breeze from 2nd US. On the CSA team, we got Noodle, Formless Nut, and Arthur Salem. And then we're going to take this company. Going to take this bottom company. I think it's... I have no idea who this is. Wolf. Whoever Wolf is. Now, I wonder if they're going to do your strategy that you guys did the other day for this map. Oh, that's good, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys like it. Like I said, sometimes me observing it, it's I'm like, it's no good. But, what really matters is if you guys are enjoying it. So... Let's see. Not much yet. Kind of a slow start here. Got these few guys out here, but... really quiet, alright. Watching you, Pineapple. Love-hate relationship with the rules, yeah. Like I said, I don't mind the 30-minute mark. It's just contention, it throws me. But, like I said, if you guys haven't been having a problem with it, where it hasn't really been affecting much, then, hey, more power. I don't know, there was one on farmland. It was either last week or this week, I can't remember, but it was just a slaughter. I don't know if you guys are playing that one, I can't remember. The one that's kind of like, not farmland, Limestone Bridge, I'm sorry. Oh, dude, I love hearing all the different languages, man. When they're going off, you get everybody kind of in a line, and they're all, you got Rousseau in Spanish, you got Famas speaking French, and Williams is going off in Russian. And then the Haag is going off in German. It's fucking great, man. Nice little valley here. Just a Night Breeze. Oh, you guys! Oh man, you got the short end of the stick on that one, then, man. Because that was a tough one. I think it was. I'll be honest, man. The events run together for me. So unless I'm like specifically looking at it, it's like, okay, what day was that? What? Because I swear to God, it's like that one wasn't the case. But half the time, you know, I'll repeat maps 2 or 3 times over a weekend, you know, going over 8 maps for some godforsaken reason. So it'll be like, you know, like, oh, we did Hills Attack, Hills Attack, for example. I think I covered that twice, maybe even 3 times. It's just like, okay, which Hills Attack was it? Who was there? You know, it's like, fuck me, man. Oh, you guys got behind a bunch of you guys? Nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, as long as they're interesting, I'm kind of, you know, it's always fun to cover. It's when the rounds get, like, super boring, and it's like, you know, there's nothing to them, I'm like, okay. As long as, like, for example, like, when you guys were doing all these flanks over here, I was like, man, this is awesome. I think at one point, like, you had an L formation going, like, you guys were all in a line, like, right here. And then 11th MS came over here and shot the guys at the flank. I was like, okay. You know, it's something for me to kind of, you know, bite into. But it was just kind of like, okay, random charge. You know, there's no thought to it. I'm like, all right, you know, it's boring as hell. You guys keep it entertaining, and you guys usually do. And fucking GameBot, I've seen him murk guys from behind a couple times. Like, just, you know, it's like that Ohio meme, you know, like, wait a second, it was all Ohio, and you got the guy from behind him like it always was. I feel like GameBot and his guys are sometimes. Yeah, we got a charge across. I like it. I like being aggressive as a defender. The only thing I always hesitate on people is if you do it stupidly. So, like, you know, since you guys are here, I'm going to keep praising you. Like, you guys pulled back on occasion when it was like, okay, they might be coming after us. Like, you didn't just sit out there and die. Like, okay, I'm not going to waste tickets, I'm going to do what I have to do, but I'm not going to get caught out stupidly either. I think that's the key. Now, Union does have a bridgehead here across the river. Just going to put the CSA in a bit of a pinch here. Let's see, who is the leader over here? Alright, it is Senor Daz. He's got a pretty strong hold here. So what do you guys think of the 350 update? Think it's changed anything? Made it better or worse? No change? We've only had it for 1 weekend, but I think you guys at least got a couple events under your belts. Yeah, that's my biggest thing I'm liking about it, is we don't have to split servers as much anymore. You know, I'm sure at some point we'll get to the point where we're tapping over 350, but at least for now. Hey, Christian. Yeah, it's a close fight here. Yeah, sometimes the 150, 200 maps, you know, man maps could be okay, but man, 350 is fun to watch on one server. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out here. Oh god, stupid Steam overlay. Oh wait, there was another charge over here I missed. Okay, who is this? So Jackson came in on this side. And he's gonna press the attack. I do like how aggressive the attackers are being. So what do you think, 350 is good for now, and, you know, we don't need 400 right away, let them optimize, or do you guys still think they need to, kind of prioritize getting 400 out as soon as possible? This is a 400 server right now, too, by the way. It's a test server. Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't just keep waiting to get the optimization where they were. I'm kind of glad it was just like, okay, look, it might not be all the way we want it, but here's 350, you know. No, and again, yeah, like you get like a 140, you know, 130 server sometimes with those. And, it, you know, on big maps, it feels so empty. Got spoiled. Damn, the CSA is just getting squeezed here, man. These guys over here got to start moving. These guys are getting crushed. Senor Das. Senor Das. Keeping an eye on the stream, make sure it's still healthy enough. Hey, Agent, watched you. I was following you over there last round, by the way. NA events, it just turns into a blob. Yeah. It tends to a bit more. I mean, I guess it's part of, you got to be in 2 ranks for UEC, and I think HRE has that rule too. So it kind of, got a little bit more separate formations that form up. Oh, we got a counterattack development over here? Maybe. Mr. Formless. But yeah, good job on that last round there, Mr. Agent. I enjoyed following you into battle over those fences. I tried to get that flag back for you, man. I got it back part of the way, so I didn't quite get it back all the way, though. So now that we got the 350, though, what do you guys think? What should be the next priority for them? Try to get to the 400, or try to do some other, like of the 3? I'd say of the 3 options, more maps, bigger server, or horses. So maps for you, Christian? What do you guys think? Maps? Yeah. What about game modes? Would you take a new game mode over new maps? Or map editor specifically, yeah. Would you guys settle for a map editor using the current... Oh, would-be horse would be the number 1? Map editor next. Now, would you guys settle for like a map editor that's using the current assets? Like, okay, moving the spawn points and around over the map, or would you guys want, like, prefer, like, no, we need like a full redesigning entire maps? Like, would it be cool would it be enough just to be like, okay, like we're on an Antietam, this is all rendered here. I'm gonna scroll up for a second here. Like, okay, we're gonna put a point there and a point there. And kind of make it an editor that way. Or it's like, no, we want to be able to change all this terrain up and make, very specific maps. Hey, Cody!
It would definitely be to adjust the points on the existing maps, I think.
Hey, Matthias, what's going on, brother? Hey, thank you, Cody, man. Very appreciate it, brother. I'm glad to see you doing more War Rights content, too, man. So yeah, no, we got Matthias in here in the chat with me, guys, just so you guys know who I'm talking to. So you were saying for the map editor? I'm sorry, you kind of caught me a little bit halfway through.
No, I always it was funny you should use that map as an example, but to do a point behind the CSA spawn point on that map is something I've thought of ever since they gonna release the map editor.
Yeah, no, I think that could be a lot of fun too, and it amazes me because there's so much variety you can have.
We played sometimes on contention on Thursdays and Sundays. We used to play this map, and the contention point is at this area, so it's a real cool place to fight on.
Oh yeah, and no, thank you, Cody, man. It's I appreciate it, man. And like I said, man, I love watching your stuff, man. Especially the promo stuff, because I do not have that art that you do, man. But yeah, I think the general consensus I'm getting from the chat is map editor. So I think everybody's agreeing with you, Matthias. Now, what do you think about the 350 update? Are you happy with it, man? Or are you like, man, we didn't get 400, but like, it's like 350 enough of an appetizer?
I think it would be cool to just keep it here at 350 now. And honestly, some maps shouldn't be played with 400. You know. It's just
Oh,
too
yeah.
much chaos. So I don't know, I think 300, 350. It's a good limit. But we should definitely be able to adjust it, like on Hooker's Push, those big maps. We should get like 500, you know?
Oh, Hooker's Push. Well, yeah, I mean, that's another map I would love to be able to change the Union spawn point. Have that one be up to like where it is on Cornfield. Or Mills Cornfield, because it's... God, I hate running across that map. But yeah, no, so, let's see. So what are you thinking of this, are you still playing, Matthias, or are you, just spectating now?
I went into spectating. I was fighting on the CSA, but I kind of wanted to view it as in bird's eye.
Ah, so what do you think of the map so far?
So, Nightbeard's been doing really good.
You said, who is?
Nightbreeze?
Oh, Nightbreeze. Yeah.
Yeah, Nightbreeze on the Union team. He's been doing real good.
Second US, yeah.
And they're definitely winning this shootout. At this rate, Rebel's gonna go break in less than 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. So if you were the CSA, you know, and you came in, what would you give them? What advice would you give them now to try to turn this around?
To surrender, I think. Yeah, that's all I can say for the CSA at this moment. Surrender. No more will be killed.
Just give a like, hey, no, it's a unconditional surrender, you know, grants, you know, and I guess we're at the anniversary of Vicksburg here too, aren't we? So.
Yeah, and there's all these guys chanting Union Summer Love on their team, you know. They might show some mercy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, how's the Summer Love been going from what you've seen?
It's a real fun concept. Started a bit as a joke, as a meme, but man, it took off. It's you know, Union has been doing so much better the last month or so than it has for the last 10 months.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's crazy, man. I thought it was just, you know, a meme, and then I'm like, oh wow, these guys are winning every time I watch. It's like 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, finally there's some good balance in the game, which is great. It happened now as a bunch of new players came in.
Yeah, have you been seeing a big uptick with the summer sale? I haven't been on too much on the public lately, but are you seeing it?
We are on the max capacity server, so that gives us like a hunch on how many people are playing, and it's 359 online right now, which is about 60, 70 higher than usual.
Yeah, I mean, and it's, you know, it's a Tuesday night, which always seems a little bit lower to me at least, and then it's, you know, right before the holidays, so getting 360 right now.
Is it holidays in the US now?
Yeah, I mean, so July 4th is kind of in the middle of the week, so a lot of people kind of took the week off or, you know, traveling and stuff like that.
You know, because I have an impression that at the holidays is where the game actually catches more up than usual. Not that people are taking a break from it. I mean, like, majority-wise.
You might be right. I mean, usually, like, I'll see, like, events, like, right now for this weekend, or there's a lot of events that aren't going down. A and B knows. Alex,
the events, yeah, but the pubs lives on now.
No, you're right, and that might be part of it, too, is the guys like, hey, no events, so you get a little bit more traffic to the
yeah,
the
that's probably why. Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching on this far right side. What do you think about these, for the CSA, what do you think about moving up across the creek like these guys are doing? Across from the mill right now.
Let me take a look. Yeah, they should definitely move up a bit, you know. They're not taking any losses. They're not in any danger of any kind. Oh, they're actually pulling back.
Yeah, I thought it was actually a decent position, and I kind of surprised they're pulling back from it.
It's not. They cannot go that much further up anyways, though, before the out-of-bound limits hits.
Yeah, that's another thing I wish we could change, man, is the out-of-bounds. There's some maps that just infuriate. Like Burnside Bridge right now infuriates me that the CSA can't go down to the riverbed. The Union just hangs out there, and it's just like, why can't I charge him? Why can't I, you know? But so if you had any one
Oh,
map
yeah.
and the devs said, "Hey, you can make one change to any one map," what would that be?
It might actually be this map, Pry Mill map, where I take use of the village side of the river. Maybe put the spawn point in the middle. Excuse me, the point of contention in the middle, and spawns on each sides of the village.
On each side of the village? Interesting.
Yeah, and so if you zoom out, you will see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm zoomed up. Yeah, that would be a more interesting map, I think. And I don't think that's really covered in... I'm trying to think if this is covered in waterways. I don't think it really is.
No, yes, it is.
Is it?
The first flag is at the end of the
Oh,
road.
yeah, you're right. That
Yeah.
flag is there at the end of the road there. Yeah, you're right.
So sometimes we play it. That's what I told earlier. Sometimes we do play this part of the map on Thursdays and Sundays when there's contention mode.
Ah, yeah, now I see what you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
In the pub studies.
Very cool. Okay, yeah, no, I think that'd be a good change. And poor CSA's trying to hold on here. Oh, like Ferric, you would lock the mill doors and no one could go inside? Well, I don't know. Is inside still so much of a strat anymore? What do you guys think? Is it worth it putting too many people inside the mill now? Seems like that's kind of gone away a little bit. I don't see as many people like prioritizing the mill like they used to. I don't know if it's because the flag respawn, you can't respawn in there anymore, but it used to be like, it seemed like, maybe it was a couple of years ago, but it used to be like these big fights in the dark in the mill. I don't really see as many of those anymore. Will say though, man, I love seeing these big, thick lines here with these units. Wow, yeah, we were just talking about it. We're up to full server now. 394.
Oh yeah, nice.
That was like past couple minutes, I would say. We checked earlier. It was about like 340, 350, something like that.
I think the max, if we had unlimited server capacity, I think it would maybe max out at like 450 or something. I think it's that many active players, potential active players at the same time.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, I see you in there, Agent, back in the line. Yeah, I wish we could support 2 servers. It's just so tough to get 2 servers going and to actually pop them.
Yeah, nobody wants to join the one player's server when there's a full 300-man server right next to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it never grows, you know, it only gets like 1 or 2s.
Oh, yeah, it's always sitting, and it'll just sit at 50, and eventually it'll just collapse. It's like, ah.
Yeah. Front loader on the CSA is one of the best NCOs, I think.
You said front
in the
loader?
game. It's funny as hell.
Which company is he doing? See if I can find him.
Yeah, he's in the mill. He's in the mill. Bottom Regiment Company B.
Ah, he's in
You're
the
getting
mill.
charged now. The cavalry just charged on the left.
Oh, yep, here they come.
They already went over.
Yep. Oh, we got Twink in there. From 10th US.
Then cavalry just got wiped, like in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, no. So how do you like using cav on this map? What would you say should be good, like good overall guidance for using cav on this map?
I'm not the best cav officer, so I usually don't take it. But if I was stuck with it, I guess I would try and occupy as many CSA as possible to like divert them from the rest of the team. That's what, you know, sharps, they can harass really good, but they can't really take take any losses.
No, they can't really take any damage, and that's one thing. They haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping they either give us the option or change it. I wish we could add more people, like because I want to say the 16-man limit or the whatever limit it is.
Yeah.
It's been there for a while, hasn't it? At least since 300.
Yes, it has. It should change parallel to the number of active players in the server.
Yeah, I would.
Like now, it should be like maybe 23 or something.
Yeah, I would.
23 limits.
I think you're right. If it just changed to whatever the active server count was, I think that would be perfect. That's all you would. I'm not sure how hard that is programming-wise, but that would I think be great.
Well, based on it's 16 out of 200 Union soldiers are cavalry, so that's like 8% team limit.
Yeah, it's so small, and they're only on one flag. Even with the 5-second change, which does help, it's still like okay, it's so few compared to a big thick line. I've been like 350 guys now. Shit, it's like okay, I've got talking 175, so yeah, 160 as the rest, or 150 as the rest. It's like fuck me, man. Everybody's stuck on those 2 flags and nobody's coming on the cab.
Oh, Jackson was demoted.
Oh, was he?
I'll take the officer's slot then. Wish me luck.
Ah, good luck, man. In fact, let's swing up to Matthias here and watch him. Oh, it's Noodle. Where's Matthias? We'll find him. We'll find him. So I guess putting it back out to the chat, is there any map you think that either 350 really improves, or that is just like broken now with 350? Oh, there's Matthias. Yeah, stick with him for the rest of the map. Yeah, it was crazy. I thought it was still... What do you think? Do you think it was too much, Life Eric, or do you think it was okay with 350 when you guys played it on HRE? Like, was it unmanageable, or do you guys still think it was like, okay, this is still kind of playable? You guys were like really, and it wasn't you guys because you guys were outflanking, but like the Union was concentrated the whole time in this one sector on Sunday. Like even this is more spread out than that one was. Yeah. I mean, you can disable that with the with that sheet. Well, not sheet, but the I forget what it's called, but it's the remove class restriction. So I know like certain events let you go a little bit higher. But yeah, with it on default, it's tough. Yeah, UEC does that. Yep. I think UEC has a restriction on pistols, if I'm right. There's always so many goddamn rules with UEC. I love it, but it's like I'm commentating. I'm like, are they doing this for a reason, or are they just screwing up? I'm like, is there a reason they're doing this? And half the time there is. I'm like, why are they? Oh, that's because the rule. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. I think there was one, I think it was Conquest, where it was like you had to be in a line before you could raise the flag, and a whole map. Oh, there's Agrippa. And the whole map, I was like, why aren't you capping? And then I found out later, it was like, oh, you have to be in a line before you can start capping. Oh, okay. Just like throwing me off. I was like, they're just walking past the cap and not capping. What's going on? That was the reason. Okay. Yeah, right now the Union's just going to shoot this out, shoot them down the last stand. They got damn 16 minutes. Yep. Remember when I used to lead for UEC, I was always, like, studying up ahead of time. Like, I would take 15 minutes just to read the rules again every time. I'm just like, okay, I can do this, I can't do this, I can do this, I can't do this. Felt like a goddamn, legal advisor. Or something. Because, you know, if I was like NCO or whatever, I'd be like, okay, hey, like, hey, we can't do this, but we can do this. And it's like, oh, we can't do that, but if we do it this way, we can do it. You know, and like fucking trying to navigate, you know. It's like a fucking counselor or something. Like, okay, what can we get away with? This could work, maybe. Maybe they'll let us get away with it. No, that's what I felt like a number of times when I was, you know, when I was either NCO or leading. You know, I was like, okay, what can I get away with, or what can we get away with? You'd like the commander at the time be like, oh, we'll do this. You know, we'll peek behind. Like we can't peek behind the wall, but we can do it as a unit. You know, or whatever. You know, trying to find ways to still do shit. You know, that we wanted to do without getting in trouble. I forget what the next map is. Is it Hills Counterattack next? Just forget. But yeah, this map's just about over. CSA just getting shot to pieces, just waiting for that last stand. Not much to really say. Sure this thing is working like I think it should be working. I think we're good. Alright. Yeah, I probably got one more round in me tonight. Fortunately, I won't be able to stay on super long, but at least catch one more round. Well, I asked you guys before what you were looking forward to the most. So the things I asked before, like new game mode, I guess we kind of settled on map editor. New game mode, horses, the other thing, or larger server size. What do you think is the least, what should be the lowest priority? What, like, okay, we don't really need this, of those three things. Here comes the charge. Flags. Well, flags are gonna happen. Look, Bradley is gonna do his flag thing. That's just gonna happen in the background. So that, you know, that's not really that's gonna just happen. You saw in the blog how much time he spent on going to that Alabama museum and researching it. So yeah, flags are gonna happen regardless. They will never stop. I think I'm done a final push, which is an accomplishment on this map. That is not bad. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's. I guess just from a priority standpoint, I'd be like, okay, look, we really don't need this. For me, this is a bit of a controversial take, but I think horses is kind of a waste of time. The only exception to that is I would like a artillery movement system, some way to move artillery faster than it currently is. Besides that, I don't see a need for horses, to be honest with you. I know that's probably a controversial take from talking to a cav unit commander, but I'd be curious to see, you know. Like, do you think cav can work on skirmish maps? I know there's a couple, probably like Hooker's Porch could probably work pretty well, but like I think it might be, you know. Do you think it would change up Conquest or Contention a lot? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't even touch the customization. So maybe that's a good point. Like, I have never touched the customization feature. I don't care, because I'm not looking at it. I'm in the game, I'm not looking at my character. I'm looking at your characters, which I'm like, oh, don't you want people to see how you... I'm like, I don't care. Hey, where we play? give me a mechanic. A lot of people get into it. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe it is the thing that needs to go, is the customization. Or not go, but kind of... Like, okay, look, you know, not a priority. Yeah, there we go. Slow-mo. Here's another thing I'm not a big fan of the slow-mo. I've gotten a couple cool shots at the end on the slow-mo, but I'm like, why did we... Only a few horses at main to be able to take. So do you think it's like, do you think it would be like locked for like officers and arty crews? Those are the only guys that could take the horse. Or how do you think that should work? How would you like to see it work? If it's just going to be a few at a time. Like you wouldn't see a rain. I'm assuming you wouldn't see a rain, or maybe just the cav guys can take it when there's cav on the map. Like, is that how that would work, you think? Like, just officers and cav can take it? And maybe, like, the arty guys, the arty officer can hitch them to the K-Sun or the arty piece or something? I'm not sure how that would work, but... So, like, a 5-minute wait time for the horse, so... Like, would you have them respawn after 5 minutes back at main? Do you think is how you would do it? Like, okay, you get the horse, the horse is shot, and it's like the flag. Now you gotta wait. Okay. Back at main. Yeah, I could kind of get over that. Like I said, my main thing would be restricting who could access it. Because I think that could just get... People will just get stupid with shooting the horse and trying to take it. Or shooting the guy off the horse and trying to take it. And would you lock it to a side so, like, if you get shot off a horse, the horse disappears? Or how do you think you think that would work? Or how do you think that should work? Not how I think it will work. What would you like to see? Let's see. So we got a Pry House. Let's see, we got Senor Daz. Then we got Britt. Nobody on the 20th Maine yet. Then we got Ryder from 8th Alabama. And Irish from 5th Corps. Let's see, on the other team we got Archer from 2 Corps. Viceroy from 12th VA. Oh, why are we going all crazy here? Whoever this is. I don't know him. And then Homeless Banana from CB. All right. Back down to 337, but I've seen us jump up and down. See how this one goes. This can be a very interesting map, I found. There's a lot of options that are actually into it. A lot of goes into This map is probably the one where you've got to understand the counterattack mechanic more than any other, I think. It's really essential that you understand capping and when to cap and when to counterattack and how. Timing is so important on this map. Let's see who we've got. Yeah. Who's on Artie? See if I know who's on Artie. Firepower. Wrong chicken. Yeah, fair game. Yeah, and they could capture him and, just sit him at main, and then now you got no horse. But again, it's the restriction of who can mount the horse, I think, is important. So, I worry that might be a bit of a distraction, but I think it might be a cool mechanic of, especially on something like contention or conquest. Like if you could take a bunch of enemy horses, and if you own all the cav, man, you could really, you could dominate. Imagine you got 15, 20 guys on cav, and you're the only one. Yeah, like 15 to 20 till you unlock cav. Yeah, I think you're right. I think using the. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna go how it goes. All right. So initially, kind of see how the CSA sets up here. So they are pretty much going to weight everything to this right side and nothing on the left here, which I don't oppose doing. I think that can work. Oh, who is this? Is there a charge? Or is it just some guys coming up and, oh, you got Mozilla here hanging out in the bush. I bet he stayed there all game and nobody notices him. Oh, no, he got out of there. No, why don't you run, Mozilla? Get out of there. Get out of there, Mozilla. Oh. Died too young. But, yep, so a lot of weight onto this side by the CSA team. And, again, I kind of like this. I like the maneuvering on this side for the CSA. For counters, I do like this position back here for the Union. I see a lot of people don't use it as much. But it's a great fence to, if they're going to operate on this side, just get shots on them, and if they push you, you just come back here. This isn't all in bounds. You also open up... CSA is not going too deep, so you can't really do it too much right now, but you can also open up some of these flanks over here and get some flanking fire in. That's a little bit more high risk. Right now you can see the Union's got this big chunky line over here, and these guys not doing anything. And if they don't engage, these guys are just going to get torn to shit. Yeah, F in the chat for poor Mozilla. Oh, who's moving up over here? Who's this? Banana. Nice little idea. You got caught out a little bit, but I don't hate it. Oh, so how do you guys like tackling this map? What do you if you're the CSA? Yeah, very good leapfrogging. How do you like approaching this map? And again, you always got to adjust based on what the enemy does, but if it's just pretty standard, what you expect to see. Like, what's your standard, go-to strategy? Heavy, middle, and right? You think they're being, you think the CSA is being a little bit too heavy on the right and not having enough in the middle right now? Because, yeah, right now there's a lot of Union in here. More than I'm used. Well, maybe they're trying to deal with it now. Who's this coming up? Artie and Skirm's on the left? Yeah, I think I agree with you, Life Eric. That's kind of my go-to. So there's a lot of, great positions out here. Hang out here. You rotate out over here. You just fall back if you get in trouble. Yeah, so now we're starting to see a little bit more anchor on the road here. I think Banana figured it out here. So we got this forward element over here. Yep, keep him hemmed in. I agree, that is a good way to do it. So we gotta push forward here. Yeah, just keep the pressure up. That's one of the big mistakes I see the CSA do sometimes, is they don't keep the pressure up. Get a counter battery shot in there, nice. Knocked them out. So let's reverse it. What do you think the Union, what's your kind of go-to strategy as the Union team? I mean, I like it's a nice looking line. I'll tell you my concern about it right now is the Arty. We'll see if they start targeting it. No, as soon as I freaking jump off of here, they start shooting at the damn thing. So it looks like the Arty's a little bit off right now, so far they're safe. So you like, as a Union, to be on the right side and using the Union Arty as a support. Let me ask you, do you like to move a gun over on this side like these guys are doing? Or in the middle of the road, or do you think, hey, let's keep all the guns on this right side? You got Senior Daz, yeah, I'm very concerned about being this far forward here, the Arty. We'll see if they haven't made them, eat it yet, but ooh. Well, we got a flank attack developing. Or at least somebody moving up. It's Viceroy. I can see he's going to try to get a flank in. No, he's going to engage these guys. I'm not sure about this. He's in a bit of a kill box. Skirms on the far barn and heavy middle in the right defenses Union. So Union right? So this side, right? I'm assuming you mean by this side on the right, right? Yeah, it is, because you talked about Arty. Of course you did. Never mind. You already answered that question. Yeah, I think, I like that as well. I'll tell you, I love the counterattack play as the Union. That's my favorite way to play this map, is through the counterattack. Is to try to get them sucked into the middle here. And then use that Arty in those flanks. And, do a nice envelopment and just crush them in the middle. Regain the tickets, and just fall back and rinse and repeat. Now, that requires the CSA taking the point. But, hey, they don't do it, they don't do it. That works for me, too. So I know, we were talking earlier about, doing a forward defense. This is one of those occasions where I prefer taking a bit more of a, not turtling, but close to it. Like what these guys are doing here, the only thing I'd be like, well, it's tough. So this is kind of a tough position here, because you want to be in a defilade, but I've seen Arty nail this too many damn times. See, right now the Arty's being stupid, in my opinion. They're shooting at this cannon here. Like, okay, we're doing counter battery. See, all they did was knock the two guys down. Versus what they should be doing, which is targeting this element back here. That's just my view. I could be wrong. Not stupid, misinformed, or misallocating resources. So yeah, okay, they got one kill. 3 tickets, maybe 5. Okay. Versus, you nail this, 7, 8, 9, and then you get them all jittery. Oh, Artie's great for getting people jittery. So now let me ask you this. So now we're at battle ready. CSA has capped. What would you do as the Union right now? How would you approach the counterattack? What do you think they should be doing? It's a whole fight, yeah. Is there a specific angle you would take? Like right now with the way they're set up, like how would you, do you think, approach the attack? Would you go straight down the middle, do you think? Or do you think try to do like an envelopment? Or try to do like a one-side attack? Or would you just kind of inch up? And kind of just, okay, sneak up, shoot, and then kind of, not really get too engaged on it? So it gets to the edge of point and forces them to charge you. That's it's a very well tried strategy, and it might be the best one. It's simple, it's easy to execute. It doesn't require a lot of coordination, and it forces them. Yeah, see, this time I focused on them. I listened to the other you guys last time that told me I was talking about too much other random shit. This time I'm trying to be very focused in on the action this time, at least while there's action going on. So, last time I did a stream, people were like, man, you talked about too much random shit. So. Yeah, so like right now, do you think they're in a good spot here where they push themselves at? Like kind of up on this side over here? They've also got some nice flanking fire over here. I'm surprised this isn't going in. Like, they've got a nice flank right now. Maybe they're just happy to shoot it out, but I don't know. I might press this forward a bit here. Got Ryder in charge of it. He's usually pretty aggressive. They're in the way of the Artie. That is a very big consideration, and I think you're right, Life Eric. They should have waited on this side and force him over here. That way, Artie could shoot him in the back. Yes, I agree with you. Yes. Yes, I agree. See, now these guys are going in, but they're getting nailed. I know I'm doing a lot of camera maneuvers here, so I'll try to slow it down here a little bit. Kind of just let the action settle. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was too late, and it's we've seen the results now. Now they got a new unit coming in. Oh, this might end badly for the Union here. You can see that right now the CSA's got them in intersecting lines of fire from two angles, and that's what you want to do as a defender. You want to set up these angles. Hey, good seeing you, Agent. I'll catch you later. Good seeing you, lead, brother. Is it lagging a bit? Ah, yeah. Yeah, they are kind of all scattershot a bit right now. Hey, man, and I will say, I'm glad we had Cody in here earlier, which is awesome. But I'm glad to see we're getting so many more people recording and live streaming now. I've seen the Gripper do a whole bunch of videos. We got Cody back. BLN's been doing a ton of videos lately. And, you know, we're starting to get more and more people recording. And there's so many damn maps, too. There's so many events. So it's you never catch them, you know, it's like, even a couple channels, you're going to miss so many games. So I'm so glad we're getting more people streaming and recording now. So I always feel bad. It's like, oh, shit, man, I can't cover this event. I can't cover this event. It's like, oh, these guys can. I'll watch their stuff. Yeah, we were talking earlier. There's like, what, 7, 8 events for you guys? If we count drill for A and B. Yeah, no, absolutely. And you get different styles, too. There's the guys that make it more cinematic. The guys that are making it more fun. I try to be more clinical. You guys get the boring stuff with me. But yeah, it's all the different styles, too. I think I saw Pixelated Apollo did another updated Horror Rights video too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen his stuff, but he used to do a whole lot. I think he dropped another video fairly recently, so always glad to see more people in here. It's a great looking game, man. It really is. I got it on mute right now for a reason, though. That's still my biggest complaint about the game, but I won't bore you guys with that. Oh, shit! Nice, man! I didn't know he had a regiment. Huh. Yeah, see, I learned something new. I always just watched his videos. I never knew he had a regiment. So I used to watch some of his, like, Total War stuff, too. Oh, good lord. It was 13 Georgia and 2 core? Ah, very cool. Hey, are they, any ties to, Kotow and Roldo and his guys, or is that a completely separate 13th Georgia? Oh, yeah, I remember used to doing, the randomized arty for what was it, River Crossing was always... Yeah, you're just sitting there waiting for them to come. You know, you hit you, and it was like, oh god, and then the arty would, like, splash and hit you. You're like, oh fuck! It used to be that, you know, the River Crossing has gone back and forth, it seems like, between being, like, super easy for the attackers and super easy for the defenders. At least for the time I've played, it seems to have gone back. Oh, okay, so it is separate. Gotcha. I was very glad to see UEC guys starting to play on HRE too. Getting the it's kind of a small conglomerate unit right now, but glad to see them starting to branch out to the HRE too. HRE is, don't tell anybody, but I think HRE is my favorite event right now. But yeah, I have no favorites, but I think HRE is. Love all my events equally. Let me rephrase, I love all my events, but I think I like HRE the most. I'll put it like that. Oh, we got the charge. Here we go. Pretty big Union charge here. Looks like it did a pretty good job. Here comes the CSA counter. think the Union's got it. Yeah, they should have listened to you to begin with, Lyferic. I mean, they're still going to be in a tough position here. They're going to be at, basically on taking losses at 35 minutes. But, yeah, you still got to retake the points, so, you retook it. Oh, they're going to be straight up taking losses. I wonder right now, this would be a high risk. Do you think they could get them onto last stand in 8 minutes? The Union team? Do you think they should stop capping and go for the, try to get them onto last stand? Or do you think that's too high risk? Think it take too long? Yeah, 2 full morale states is a lot. Yeah, if they had been more aggressive in the earlier part, maybe they could have pulled it off. But yeah, I think you're right. At that point, it was too late for that kind of move. So Rambo there? Kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, the thing is there's no real turtle option for the CSA on this map. Like, there is no good, turtle option that I know of. Like, they come back here, I just have already pull up and shoot you. You come back over here in the corner, I have already pull up and shoot you. And just shoot you at a distance, so... I love the, if they cap and they give me enough time to put you on last stand, I love doing it. Very biased Union map. CSA can win it, I think. It's tough, though. It's tough. I actually think it's one of the more even maps. That's interesting you say that, Agent. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm trying to think back. I've seen CSA win this fairly often. Maybe I'm misremembering. They can, yeah. Well, you're right. So the Union has a turtle option where the CSA does not. That is true. I 100% agree with that. And they have less cover. This is also true. So yeah, I agree with both those statements. Those are both. But again, I mean that's if the Union turtles, which, well, I mean we're talking bias of the maps. It is an option, so that's a fair point. Yeah, no, I think you said it perfectly, Lyferic. It's balanced if I take out the turtling. And if Union just doesn't do it very much. But if it becomes like a thing, it becomes tougher to counter. Oh, so we got another counterattack right away. Oh, we got a forward attack here. Who is this? Looks like mostly a 5th Corps type of thing. I think Irish brought half a 5th Corps with him on this one. Let me get the fireworks going off. I don't know if you guys hear that in the background. Kansas, they love their fireworks. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. It was smart to recap. And again, I think they have enough of a ticket lead. They don't have to worry about yet getting put onto last stand. So I think it was a good move. I'd be cautious about doing it again, though. I think once you get to about halfway to taking losses, you got to be careful. Not a great charge. I mean, it's tough for me to blame tactics in a pub. The only reason I'm kind of judgmental is because that was a lot of bitcore on that. Let's see what else we got going on. And again, they're favoring this right side that you like, Lyferret, so I think they went to your school of generalship. Yeah, that was not a good move by Irish there, in my opinion. Even if he wins it, it's costing him so many tickets. Like, this fight right now was just eating you up on tickets. You can see the morale state, how low it got. Oh, there's Matthias! Get him, Matthias! Eat him! Eat him! Eat him! Oh, we got another forward movement here. Who is this? Oh, God. See, here's the problem, too, with doing that, is you've taken a unit out of the charge. So now you got less units going into this charge because you got one that was back here and not engaged in this decisive point. Yeah, and it's the skirmishing pickets are crushing them right now on that far left, on that far side. So yeah, they did that same mistake we talked about earlier that you pointed out, Lyferret. They attacked from the right side. I think you're right. I think you're right, Agent. I think the CSA is going to hold this. Let's see. Well, do they have reinforcements coming up? A little bit. It might be just enough. CSA is kind of holding back a bit. These guys never came in. So I think because these guys back here, who was leading this? Yeah, whoever that was kind of stayed back out of the fight. Maybe they're going to try to get the, do the quick flip on them. Just charge forward and get the cap now. That might be what they're thinking. Which is a fair move in my view. You know, you kind of sucker them in, okay. Then you nail them from the sides. But, I mean, kind of like this, but you need, not great. Because you're kind of going into the jaws of their fire here. Like, you've got this whole unit that's going to come up and nail you. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot again. Kind of crazy camera movements. Yeah, Agent, that might be, you know, hey, it's good to have hopes and dreams. It's good to have hopes and dreams. To be aspirational in our thinking. And that is aspirational thinking. The emphasis on the S. Can't spell aspirational without an S. Yeah, I mean, Union's probably gonna still win this, but, I don't know. You know, CSA might be able to hold this charge here and cap. I think they might have done it. We'll see. I mean, if the CSA charge is in right now, I think they win. But yeah, they didn't. Again, they didn't go all in. And I think the Union's going to be able to hold it for now. Yeah, I think they got it. Yep. They got it. Yep, that's they won the battle, but not the war. That sums it up. Although, you know, to be honest with you, so the great danger right now is for the CSA to lose cohesion and just start trickling in troops and getting killed like this right now. Like having these little guys out here, you know, 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, you know, skirmishing out of line. That adds up quick. And you could, within a minute, all of a sudden see your lead just disappear if you're not careful. So, right now it looks like they're kind of consolidating a little bit, so they might be okay. But I've seen that at times where they'll just, get to the point, bayonets and go, clubs and go, and it's just... yeah, I'm not a fan of the CSA positioning either. I think it's a little bit too tied to the center. Again, I like the right flank that Lyferic you were talking about earlier. At least a unit out there. Yeah, and there's Union I mean, Rambo's kind of... Yeah, it's pub. I can't expect too much. Oh, they gave it a good shot. I mean, it's not over yet. Like I said, it's if the CSA is patient right now and just engages in shooting for a bit, they'll win the match. If they get stupid and do a stupid charge, they could lose it. But right now, it's all up to the CSA, in my view. There's no... the Union doesn't really get a vote anymore. It's up to the CSA how they play this map now. Yeah. In fact, let's zoom over here to see if we see one. There it is. What'd you think? What'd you think, Agent? Oh, it does. It does go hard. I like the uniform on this one. Is great. No, although I will say, if you look at the morale state, the Union has given a good account of itself. Still not enough to win yet, but they're not quitting. Here comes the CSA again. It's going to come down to this charge. Ooh, another good arty shot coming in. Oh, that guy went flying. I don't know if you guys saw that guy. Get the ragdoll effects going. Yeah, he was on his way up. I suppose it's better than me when I used to just clip through the map and just fall straight to hell. Yeah, you're right. Getting knocked down, you get suppressed, you gotta stop reloading, and that shot can make the difference. Especially with the 5-second respawn. Having that and getting knocked down by arty, so you get like a full, you know, because you don't get respawns when you get knocked down as a flag. It stops. Oh, counterattack coming in. It's Irish. I don't know about this. I suppose it's last stand. Just try to put him on the final push and keep him off a point while you got the mass. Not a bad idea. I don't think it'll be enough, but it's a way to go. It's you don't have another option. It's full send time. There we go, final push. So what you got to do is the Union now, and the CSA, I think there's too much back here. I don't think they'll push through all this. But if you could push all the way through and keep them off a point and catch them coming up with Bayos or, you know, with clubs and just catch them as they come up, you can win this. But I think the problem is you got all these guys well, they're coming forward. Maybe not. Maybe they're coming forward. But yeah, there's just too much left over here. Yes, you do need to become a Rambo at this point, and use the best cover that you can. But yeah, you can see the CSA just got too much in reserve here. It's a fight to the end, though. Yeah, see, like we were talking about, you know, as long as you don't do the Union turtle, it could be a close map. It could be a good fight. Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, they kind of play passive, but you can play the map passively. You kind of cap and sit back, you know. Oh, die with honor now, Union folks. Don't run away. Die with honor. Yep, no, that was a fun one to watch. A lot of fun to watch. Yeah, now they're all retreating back to the house to hang out. Start going inside and hiding. You know, I wonder if they're going to make it so we can go into the basements. That'd be fun. Not a huge priority for me, but... Yeah, I've seen this a couple times. I get a little friendly fire there where they bring the guns up here. I think it's a good position for them. Yeah, it's a nice little Overwatch, especially for the point. Anyway, that I do have to cut it short tonight. It was a lot of fun talking to you guys, though. So it was a fun battle too. This one was a real good one. Last one was kind of bleh. This one was actually a really good pub match. But yeah, no, I will see you guys. Next time I'm on. I'll probably do at least HRE this Sunday. I don't know about Friday, Saturday, but I know I'll be here for HRE. So I appreciate Life, Eric, and yeah, y'all have a good one. For the Americans, enjoy the 4th, and yep, see y'all next time. I'm gonna let the casualties go at least for just to see what the end was. Hey man, you're on. I was following you earlier. I got you, Agent.